children alive. We are beings of love. When harmony flows through us to the earth from above.
Good morning.
The birds are singing. There's a glorious fresh breeze blowing off the ocean into our yard.
Yes,
It's magnificent.
the early morning is just
I remember you
beautiful.
said something startling the other day that I hadn't. Yeah, I guess I thought about it a little bit, but you said that members of the European family were uncomfortable or did not like their skin, the color of their skin. And I thought, wait a second, we're living in a period when the European family has denigrated others on the basis of skin color. Who knew that they too were suffering from being comfortable with their own skin color?
According to my European friends.
And so it seems we have a world where no one, not many, are comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah, that is the problem. If we are comfortable in our own skin, we can see the greatness in ourselves and in others. Right? That's basically it. So that if we are denigrating anybody, the problem is not really with that person, but with us, right? So, for instance, Flying with the Swans, as the swan said, we send light to all, including those who persecute, for one must be estranged from self, must be in pain and sorrow in order to persecute. Right?
One must be in pain and sorrow in order to persecute.
It's such a fact. It's such a fact. It's so true.
Which means something that I discovered many years, or I began to realize when I was looking at the South Africa situation, was that there was just not one victim. There was not one group that were victims. Both groups were victims. The victims, the people who were the persecutors, were also victims because they were completely separated from their own humanity in order to do the things that they did to another family group.
That's right. That's right. Now it's probably a good time for you to repeat that story that you had told about the skinhead, whatever.
That was a documentary.
A person who was persecuting, right?
Yes, it was a documentary that I was looking at, and they were following a number of people who were having trouble socially fitting in, I guess is the way to put it. And at one point during the documentary, I mean, this skinhead was looking so sad. He was looking so sad all through. And then he finally said, as he gazed through the window, "All I wanted was love. Oh! All I wanted was love."
That's a pretty amazing place to be. Right?
Yes.
Because the moment you utter those words, you're on the path to healing.
Yes.
Right? The moment you acknowledge that what is lacking in your life, what is causing you to persecute, what is causing you to wrong another, is a lack of love.
It's a lack of love.
Because we have never seen any group of people filled with love attacking anybody.
That, exactly. Well, there you have it. And if I may, I'll just say the second story, which was a separate documentary, where one of those of us who have such open hearts, this woman, she decided to take into her home a young skinhead. After several years, he began to turn around, until he began to express all of the beautiful qualities that he always possessed. And someone asked her, "How did you do it?" And she says, all I did was love him. All I did was love him.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep.
That reminds me very much of something that had happened recently in my life. Yes.
Okay.
There was a man I knew years and years ago that I'd met in Asia. And we'd spent a little time together. And suddenly he, I think more than 20 years have passed since, and suddenly he wants to come back into my life. He wants to be friends,
Yes, yes.
for us to correspond and to interact.
Yeah.
And so I thought, oh, wow, haven't heard from this person for so long.
Yeah.
I said, let's have a look and see what he's become,
Right,
you
right.
know? And I got the biggest shock of my life because he's far right. He's aggressively racist.
How did that happen?
He's aggressively racist, right?
Yeah. Wow.
And he wants to come back into my life.
So you're laughing like, hello. Well, that's a good thing.
I'm saying. So, my first response is, good heavens, no. And then I thought, really, Maureen?
Yeah.
Really, Swanlight? Is that the way? Is that the way you're going to behave when you know, keep talking to people about opening hearts?
Yes.
So I said, there has to be a good reason why he suddenly decided, I think I need this girl in my life,
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
because more than likely the path he's going down, he doesn't want to be there anymore.
Right.
He
right.
needs an out.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
And I may well be
You
that
may well
out.
be that out.
right?
Yes.
So this to me is another indication that people find themselves in trapped situations, you know, and often it's because something painful has happened. Often, invariably, not just often,
Yes,
invariably,
yes.
it's because something painful happened in their lives, close to their hearts, and they didn't know how to get rid of the pain and the stress that it causes, and they're lashing out. That's what humans do. That's what we do. Unless we take the higher road, that's what we do. When we're in pain and we don't know how to solve that situation, get ourselves out of it, and we don't want to be there, we begin to think that someone caused it. We usually don't take responsibility, because if we take responsibility for the act, we can find the solution and get ourselves out of it. So we usually don't take responsibility. We lay blames, and that gives us somewhere to vent, right? Now we can attack this person to vent the anger, right? And those days are over. If once our hearts are open, we can see that, hey, we are not the vehicle that we
Exactly.
travel through life.
Exactly.
Right?
This is only a vehicle.
There are
It's-
times, I'm sorry.
It's
go on.
not who we are. We now have to pay attention to who we are, and it's not this external body.
It's not the external, because I remember talking to there was this guy who looked like a film star. You know, I met him when I was out in Asia. Gorgeous, you get attracted to these so-called drop dead gorgeous, and this drop dead gorgeous thing you realize is a construct of the
Yes.
industry of
Oh,
the
yes.
of the world we live in. They tell you what should be drop dead gorgeous. You're programmed because every day you see certain images that are attached to the drop dead gorgeous label.
Label.
So this guy, drop dead gorgeous, and I say, wow, he could be a film star. So we meet at a party and we're chatting. And as we speak, I find there's not too much there, right? And suddenly he ceases to look. He's looking plainer and plainer and plainer. And then, eventually, by the end of the evening, I looked at him and said, how could I possibly have thought you were drop dead body? I don't see any of it now. Nothing.
Yes.
He looks so plain.
We have to change our focus.
On the other side, on the other side of the coin,
Yeah.
when I was working with the special needs organization, I was going home in the private bus with one of the special needs youth, right, who didn't have the use of his legs, but was a powerful swimmer. Right, he was going up. He was practicing for the Paralympics, training, I should say. And you see him dragging himself into the bus, and whatever, and you think, oh, poor thing, And then we begin to speak, and he tells me about all, and I'm looking at this man transform, and I'm seeing an awesome being.
Oh, yes.
Right? And I'm saying, oh my God, the things that you could do. I wish I could do. Listening to this person talk, he was one of the most powerful beings I'd ever encountered.
Yeah.
And I felt small beside him.
Wow.
So, as a final note, I want to, since we are on that journey of who is, inside the skin, ignoring the outer and only the inner, I was going to tell the story of the three sages that I like to call. That wonderful experience that I had, coming back and finding that Mom was feeding, so many people, 20 plus people, right? Different people, all kinds of people. They're I don't know that they're homeless.
Oh, okay, just needing
but
something.
they need help, right? And she would give them food. All these people were coming, one after the in a given day, as much as 20 people could come for food, and she would have something to offer every single person.
Right.
But I'm coming from a corporate world, right? And my dad is, our dad is, still in that kind of world or frame of mind. And the two of us are not really that interested in giving up so much of our day to people to give them food, a little bit of food or whatever, and water or whatever. I mean, we just didn't see that as a way our lives should go. At that point, we thought it's a nuisance. And so the two of us used to hide behind the post when these people come. So if we could get away with it, right? Mom is not around, right?
Yes.
So she doesn't hear the person calling, and we're hiding behind the post, and the people go away. And then we get to go back to our lives, right? And this one day, three destitute-looking men came, and I was hiding behind the post as usual, and they didn't go away. And I peeped, and well, let's see what they want. So I go to the gate, and they ask for food, and I reluctantly go and get the food and water to give to them. And as I'm standing there, I'm just feeling a presence, right? And I'm looking into their eyes, and I'm thinking, oh my God. All I could say was, oh my God, because I know that I'm in the presence of some kind of greatness, right? And so, as they say thank you, I automatically did the namaste.
Yes.
And they did the power signs.
Which earth family were they from?
They were from Indian.
Okay.
Indian extract. Indian.
Okay. So you exchanged
So yes,
greetings.
we exchange cultural greetings,
so
right?
So to speak.
And so to speak, right? And there was this light energy.
Yes.
And I'm saying,
That was
who has this kind of energy? I don't. I got it all. I thought I got it all. But,
Right.
But who? I mean, they apparently have nothing. And there's
yet-
this light and vibrant,
Yes.
and exciting energy, Right? And I said, I am in the presence of angels
Yes.
or
Yes.
something,
Yes.
something great, right?
Yes.
Saints
Mhm.
or something. And as they walk away, they immediately begin to share, right?
Yes.
Whatever they have.
Yes.
And as they, one had a stick, and as they walk away, I said, where are they going, I wonder?
Yes.
Are they going to go to anybody else
Right.
to
Right.
ask for anything?
Yeah.
So I run up the stairs, get a better vantage point from which to see them heading up the road. And by the time I got to the top of the stairs, they had disappeared. Right? There's just a
Interesting.
tree
Yes.
between me and them when I'm running
right.
up the stairs, and they're going up the road
They went behind the tree
and disappeared.
and disappeared.
I looked everywhere. They're not in anybody's yard. They're not. I ran downstairs. I was out the gate. I'm looking everywhere, and these people had disappeared.
Ooh.
Right?
You had a magical experience.
And I said, Spirit is talking to me and
I would
saying,
say-
naughty girl, for hiding behind the post. This is what you could be missing. This is what you could be missing. Right?
Yes, yes.
And so I never did that again. Never did. Always went out. And in each case, I didn't meet saints like that again.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But in each case, each person that I fed had something wonderful to share. Had something
Yes.
to offer. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That enriched my life.
Right. Right.
And that is why we try to remember that we are all spirits on a journey. We're just all spirit on a journey. And the journey is different.
Yeah.
And nobody's journey is greater than the other.
Right. We are not our body, and we are not our circumstances, because what intrigued me was that you said that despite our perceived, your tree ascetics, can I call them that?
Yes, sure.
Despite the fact that they seem to be materially impoverished, they had this light, bubbly energy. So
Amazing energy that I would die for.
they were not their circumstances. You would have thought, oh, poor them, they'd be all, no, not at all.
More
They were light and
importantly, I don't know their circumstances. I have just judged.
bubbly. Yes, exactly.
And I learned that day not to judge. Right? And I learned that day to respect.
Yes.
And I learned that day to keep my heart open. To
Yes.
experience everyone that crosses my path in life. Because everyone has something to offer.
Blessings.
Blessings, indeed.
If we stand together now, we will the wings of peace unfurl. If we stand together now, we will the wings of peace unfurl.